Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I am participating in a Sticky Tuesday, but for this month it'll be on a Monday, and it's in collaboration with Deco Easy and also Kiki DIYs. And in this challenge we are simply to use some glue. Also in this challenge there will be a playlist in my description box, so please, when you're done viewing my video, please follow that playlist and watch the other participants to see how they use glue. So now, without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 2x4 remnant piece of wood that I had in my wood stash, and I'm just going to simply paint it white with some white chalk paint. So I'll just paint this super quick. And while the paint is drying, I'm going to take 3 of these little ceramic houses from the Dollar Tree. They are tea light candle holders. Super cute little houses. I just love the little messages that are on there. So I'm just going to stand them up, and I'm going to take some reindeer moss. And so this is leftover reindeer moss from a previous project that I had. And if you guys don't know about reindeer moss, oh my goodness, this stuff is so soft. And it's so supple. It is just wonderful. So now I'm going to take some hot glue, which is the star of the day. And I'm going to simply put glue on the roof of the house. And I'm going to quickly add the moss. So just go ahead and cover the whole roof line with this moss. Don't worry about it sticking out. We'll do a quick little trim job in a little bit. So here you see I'm just trimming it up some. And this reindeer moss, since it's very fresh feeling, it's not like the floral moss that's very dry. This is very fresh. And so when it hits that hot glue, oh my goodness, the fragrance that gives it off, that comes off of it is absolutely wonderful. I've never experienced the smell of fresh, warm moss, but let me tell you, it smells pretty good. It had my cats going a little bit crazy. They kind of wanted to get up on the table. So I don't know if it's related to catnip or what, but let me tell you, it smelled so good. So anyway, just keep adding glue, little dabs here and there, and trim off any excess. And some areas I added like a little too much on the very top, so I had to cut like on the top and then on the sides as well. But you're just going to do this real quick to all 3 of your little houses. And look, they're just looking so cute. And on this bigger house, I ended up doing one section at a time because the roof is a little bit bigger, a little bit wider. So I did one section, and I used my little spatula, my little silicone spatula, because it's easy to burn your fingers with this stuff since it doesn't have full coverage in all the spots. So your finger can easily touch it, and woohoo! There goes that. So anyway, just keep working at it and add the moss. But look how cute they are. They are looking so cute for spring. Oh my goodness, so adorable. And so my last one, that's all I have left, is one more. And again, I decided to do a section at a time. It worked pretty well, better than the first house where I just glopped it all on there. And I actually did this project last year, but it was before I had my YouTube channel, and I didn't have the reindeer moss, which is very fresh. I had the floral moss, which is very dry, and it still came out super cute, but I think I like this one better. But I'll show you at the end. I'll show you both at the end what they look like and see if you can tell the difference. But look how cute. Oh my goodness, I just love this. And again, don't forget to use that spatula, because that'll save your fingers for sure. So just trim away, and then add more glue if you find any bald spots or bare spots. Just add the glue and add the moss and trim and to your liking. Just get it to where you like it. And you can see here I trimmed a little bit too much. Now I left a little bald spot, but that's okay. I'll just get my glue and add a little bit more and press it down, and all is good. All is good in the world with a little bit of moss. Love the moss, especially this reindeer moss. Wow. Smells so good. Wish you guys could smell it. Smells so good. Okay, so I'm almost done with this. Just trying to get it right. Okay, so now I'm going to clean up real quick. And I'm going to do one final little inspection and make sure it's all nice and tidy like I like it. So I'm going to check it again and trim a little bit more now that the glue's dry a little bit better. So one final little go around. And I just sped up the video so it won't take too long, but just real quick. Add a couple little dabs of glue here and there where I still see a couple little bald spots, and that's it. It's just super cute. So now I'm getting ready to style it. Okay, so here's my 2x4 nice and painted, and all I'm going to do is simply stage them on top of this 2x4. And now I'm just going to simply glue the little houses to this 2x4 because I don't want them to fall off and break. So I'm just going to simply adhere the rest of these little houses onto this 2x4 piece. And so I'll just do this real quick. It don't take long. And now I'm going to take some of these faux moss stones from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to add a few here and there just to style the very front. I didn't do this to my previous project, and I'll show you that at the end. But on this one, I decided to embellish it a little bit. So I'm just adding 3 of these little moss stones. And there's really no rhyme or reason, no pattern. I just wherever I felt like it would look cute. And so now I'm going to take some of these florals from the Dollar Tree. These are the lilacs. And I like them because they're white. And so it's like a neutral look to this whole setup. And I'm just going to take this longer piece of the lilac. I'm just taking the bloom portion, and I'm adding a little bit of glue, and I'm going to add it to the side here because this side house, the tea light opening is right there on the side, and so I didn't want it to be like looking like a big old hole there. As you can kind of see, there's a big hole there. So I'm just adding a little bit more glue to help secure it in place. And then that way, when the whole setup is facing forward, you won't see a big hole on the side. And so now I'm deciding to add a couple more of these little lilacs. First, I wanted to put it here in between these 2 houses, but it wasn't quite fitting right. So then I thought, well, let me put them inside the stone, inside these moss stones. So I took my little tweezers from the Dollar Tree, which are pointy, and I just made a hole in the stone. They're styrofoam inside with moss covering them. And so I'm just adding this little sprig of lilac, but it's just too high. So I go ahead and just snip off the top portion of it, add a little bit of glue, and then that was perfect. That was just the perfect little bit that I needed. So for the second stone, I go ahead and do the same thing. I just take a little piece of the bloom, snip off a little piece, the little top piece, take my tweezers, make a hole in the styrofoam moss stone, and just place that in there. And so now I'm liking it. It's super cute. And now I'm just taking some pebbles that I had left over from another project, again from the Dollar Tree, and now I decided to do like a little stone path, like a little yeah, I guess it would be a stone path, but there's really not much room for more than just one or 2 stones on each little section here. But I'll just add 1 to the left side, 2 to the center, and 1 to the right side. And now I'll just take my glue gun and glue them in place so they'll stay. And it doesn't take long, and I'm loving it. It's super cute. Okay, so here's the setup with the reindeer moss. I think it came out gorgeous. I just love it. And here's the one I made last year with the floral moss. So see, it's slightly different. It's more green, but it's dry. It's not supple like the reindeer moss. And this one doesn't give off the scent. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please remember to follow the playlist and watch the other participants. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And until my next video, have a great, great day. Bye-bye.